You don't have a motivation problem. You have a psychological conflict between the person you want to become and the person your brain is trying to protect. And until you understand that conflict, you'll keep feeling stuck, no matter how ambitious you are. You say you're ambitious. You want more money, more freedom, a better life. You imagine a version of yourself that's disciplined, focused, successful. But most days, you do nothing. You wake up with plans and end the day feeling like you wasted it. You procrastinate. You scroll. You delay things you know could change your life. And slowly, that question starts getting louder. If I'm really ambitious, why do I feel so lazy? At some point, you probably told yourself this. Maybe I just lack discipline. But what if that's not the truth? What if the real reason is deeper than that? What if you're not lazy at all, but trapped in a psychological pattern designed to protect you, even if it's slowly ruining your future? And the scary part is, most people never realize this. But once you do, you can break out of it faster than you think. Laziness is not the problem. Avoidance is. In psychology, humans are not wired to chase success. We're wired to avoid discomfort. Think about that. Every time you delay working on your goals, it's not because you don't care. It's because your brain is trying to protect you from something uncomfortable. Maybe it's fear of failure, fear of looking stupid, fear of wasting time, or even fear of realizing you're not as good as you thought. So instead of facing that discomfort, your brain redirects you to something easier, something safe. That's why suddenly scrolling feels more appealing than working. Watching videos feels easier than creating something. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain is doing its job, protecting you. The problem is, what protects you in the short term destroys your progress in the long term. You're not just someone who avoids effort. You're someone who wants more. And that creates tension. Imagine this. You have a version of yourself in your head, successful, disciplined, focused. But your real life actions don't match that image. That gap, that's where the pain starts. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance. It's the discomfort of being two different people at once. And the bigger your ambition, the bigger that gap becomes. Let's say you tell yourself, I'm going to build a successful YouTube channel. But then you don't post. You delay. You overthink. Now your brain feels conflict. I should be doing something, but I'm not. That creates guilt. That guilt creates stress. And what do humans do when stressed? They escape. So instead of fixing the problem, you avoid it even more. And now you're stuck in a loop. You dream big, you feel overwhelmed, you procrastinate, you feel guilty, you escape again. Repeat. This isn't laziness. This is overload. Right now, your brain is surrounded by things that are designed to hijack your attention. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, games. Every scroll gives you a small hit of dopamine. Fast, easy, effortless. Now compare that to working on your goals. Slow, hard, uncertain. So your brain does the obvious thing. It chooses the easier reward every time. And the more you give in to easy dopamine, the harder real work feels. That's why even when you sit down to work, your brain feels restless, because your brain got used to constant stimulation. So your laziness is actually a trained addiction to comfort. You think, I'll start when I feel motivated. But here's the truth no one tells you. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. And if you depend on it, you'll stay stuck forever. Real progress works the opposite way. You don't act because you feel motivated.
You feel motivated because you started acting. That means the hardest part is not the work. The hardest part is starting. And the longer you wait, the heavier it feels. Start smaller than you think. Not 1 hour, not 30 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. Make it so easy your brain can't reject it, because action removes fear. Make distractions harder. Don't rely on willpower. Change your environment. Phone far away, tabs closed, no noise. Make focus the easiest option. Redefine failure. Failure is not proof that you're not good enough. It's proof that you tried. That shift alone removes half your fear. Focus on process, not outcome. Instead of, I need to succeed, focus on, I need to show up today. That's it. Move before you're ready. You will never feel fully ready. So stop waiting. Start anyway.